Welcome to History and Culture, where history and culture weave together in a tapestry of knowledge and relaxation. I'm your host, Nicole, inviting you to join me through the ages in an exploration of, well, history and culture. Today, we delve into the captivating story of German reunification. For 45 years, Germany was split in two. Several generations of Germans were traumatized and still remember life as it was then. The East administered by the Soviet Union and the West by the Western Allies. In 1945, Allied forces partitioned the defeated Third Reich into four military occupation zones. France, the United Kingdom and the United States occupied the West, which became the Federal Republic of Germany, FRG, when the three zones merged on the 23rd of May, 1949. The Soviet Union occupied the East, which became the German Democratic Republic, GDR, on the 7th of October, 1949. Berlin suffered the same fate. It was split in two, and despite lying deep in the Soviet-dominated East, West Berlin remained an enclave of the Western Allies. West Germany was a democratic country where politicians were elected in free elections. It was allied with the United States of America and had a capitalist economic system, meaning businesses were owned by citizens. East Germany, on the other hand, was a communist country, a one-party state. The Communist Party ruled all the time, elections were only for show, and all businesses were owned by the state. Like other states in the Soviet bloc, it was controlled by the Soviet Union. West Germany's economy began to grow faster and faster in the 1950s, while East Germany's economy was not doing so well. This led to many people moving from East to West Germany for a better life. To stop this emigration, the border between East and West Germany was closed in 1961 by East German forces. This border was part of the Iron Curtain, a term used to describe the political boundary dividing Europe into two separate areas from the end of World War II. Between 1961 and 1989, leaving East Germany was very hard and extremely dangerous. Officially, leaving East Germany took years to be approved, and people who applied were often spied on by East German police. Many people who tried to flee over the border were shot and killed there. Relations between East and West degenerated into the Cold War, and Churchill's Iron Curtain metaphor was superseded by that of the Berlin Wall, which came to symbolize this troubled period. Families were torn apart during this time, and Berliners often risked their lives to join their loved ones on the other side of the wall. NATO welcomed West Germany as a member on the 6th of May 1955, a day after its status as an occupied country ended, when the Bonn-Paris Conventions took effect on the 5th of May 1955. East Germany became a member of the Warsaw Pact when it was formed a few days later on the 22nd of May 1955. From then on, Germany became the hub of espionage and military activity throughout the Cold War, and the center stage of diplomatic posturing. Soviet-occupied Berlin remained the capital of East Germany, while West Germany chose Bonn. The end of the Cold War was a massive U-turn in international relations. It happened over a very short period of time, and was the result of a series of factors, political, economic and military, that culminated in the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991. However, the fall of the Berlin Wall from 9th to the 10th of November 1989 marked a radical change in international relations, epitomizing the beginning of a new era. The reunification of Germany that followed was another step forward for Germany and all of Europe. In 1989, Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev started to open the Soviet Union to the West. Many of the communist countries followed his example. East Germany tried to ignore this trend, but in 1989, public protests grew inside the country. After some efforts to stabilize the country, the border was finally opened on the 9th of November 1989. The conversion of East Germany into a democratic country started almost immediately. During the following 11 months, the terms of unification were negotiated between East and West Germany, France, Great Britain, the United States of America and the Soviet Union, and the Treaty on the Final Settlement concerning Germany, also called the 2+4 Treaty, signed by the 2 German states and the 4 wartime allies, opened the way towards reunification. When it came to reunification, 2 options were written in the West German constitution, also known as the Grundgesetz. The first was to make a new country with a new constitution. Crafting a new constitution would allow for a tailored and modern legal framework that could address the unique circumstances of the reunification process. However, this would be time-consuming and resource-intensive, with the added risk of encountering resistance or disagreement on key constitutional principles, which could impede the smooth transition to a unified nation. The second option that was written was to let the new federal states join the existing Federal Republic of Germany. The then Chancellor, Helmut Kohl, was against creating a new constitution because its acceptance as law would only require a majority of votes within the Constituent Assembly, as opposed to the 2/3 majority required for any alterations to the basic law, and he was afraid that a new constitution could involve more direct democracy, which he believed was part of the reason the Weimar Republic, officially known as the German Reich, failed, as opposed to representative democracy. It was agreed by other German political leaders that Germany did not need a new constitution, so the basic law would remain for the unified Germany. Thus, the second option was chosen, and at the stroke of midnight on the 3rd of October 1990, the 5 new federal states of Brandenburg, Mecklenburg-Vorpommern, Saxony, Saxony-Anhalt, Thuringia and reunified Berlin officially joined the Federal Republic of Germany. The German Democratic Republic ceased to exist at this moment. There were some minor edits made to the constitution, mostly relating to reunification. The main one being that Article 23 was taken out because there were no parts of Germany left ununited. On July 16, 1990, in a meeting with Kohl, Gorbachev, the then General Secretary of the Soviet Union and a citizen of Moscow, acknowledged reunified Germany's sovereignty from the Soviet Union, a decision that made him enduringly popular in Germany to this day. It became official that Germany was reunified under the Basic Law, and no other nation had a claim against its sovereignty. The Grundgesetz remains the cornerstone of Germany's government. With the reunification of Germany on the 3rd of October 1990, Berlin was reinstated as the capital city of United Germany, and the Länder of the former German Democratic Republic joined the Federal Republic of Germany in its membership of NATO. Germany had withdrawn from the Warsaw Pact in September 1990, just a few days before German unity. For decades, NATO support for German reunification had been steadfast, and was all the more special that when it happened, the then Secretary-General Manfred Warner was the first German to have occupied this post. The pivotal decision made on July 16, 1990, acknowledging Germany's sovereignty, remains etched in history, contributing to enduring popularity for those involved. In the face of challenges, Germany's journey stands as a testament to the resilience of its people, reminding us that the nation we cherish today is the result of hard work, sacrifice, and a collective commitment to a united and prosperous future. Thank you for joining us on this enriching exploration of history and culture. We hope you've not only gained valuable insights, but also found moments of relaxation and reflection. Join us again next week for another captivating installment as we continue our journey through the ages. Until then, stay curious, stay inspired, and most importantly, stay relaxed. History and culture bid you farewell, and we look forward to welcoming you back soon.